Distant memories are synonymous with recent dreams, latching onto a feeling over any logical truth. Becoming forgotten the harder they are remembered. They can make friends out of old enemies, create lifelong fears from modest misfortunes, and turn the best 7 out of 10 into a 9.5 in our minds. Now imagine what memories can do to a child's favorite game of all time. GTA is synonymous with growing up. While tech and the power of Juju defined fun at age 5, GTA San Andreas meant maturity and prestige at age 6. I have fond memories of rushing home to the Xbox One series original after school before my brother could grab the controls, just so I could be the one wrecking havoc in the sandbox. It's GTA, so obviously I committed complete debauchery, such as walking into a bingo, Uzi in hand, and buying cool green clothes like a law-abiding citizen, or doing sick BMX tricks on half-pipes. The possibilities were endless. Despite San Andreas having a dozen save slots, my older brother and I only shared one. Lots of factors went into this boneheaded decision, but mainly it was because my child brain could not fully understand what save slots meant. We banded together to give CJ all the riches his life of rags could ever dream of. Money, cars, polygonal women in bikinis. That last one was my brother. I was too busy searching for Bigfoot. GTA gifted the vast world of fake California, and Nevada, I guess, into the small hands of a 6-year-old boy who was way too young to play this game. No kid felt more like an adult than when their mommy let them play GTA. What other game lets you go to the DMV? This was the adult male simulator that just so happened to be about gang life. Every GTA game becomes the quintessential rags to riches story. It's the bleeding heart of crime dramas, the pursuit of becoming greater than who you were before, pulling yourself out of the powerful jaws of poverty to overpower Jaws himself. It's precisely this wrestling match with power that resonates with young kids who find themselves powerless in their current world. One where their floaty-fueled cannonballs in the deep end don't make the rippling waves they hoped for. But crime stories? But GTA? They provide all the effects a kid could want from their causes. Gang life brought CJ from the streets of fake Los Angeles to the expensive streets of fake San Francisco to the even more expensive streets of fake Las Vegas. You know, the place for adults. And sinners. My own actions brought CJ here. And my brothers, but don't take this away from 6-year-old me. Another part about growing up, about gaining power, is that the game ain't the same once you're the one on top. Does failing driver's ed class really hurt if you have all the money in the world to just take it again? That day, I learned a valuable lesson about the importance of consequences. 6 years into my life, and I missed the thrill of gang life. Who cares about not Las Vegas, where driving luxury cars and throwing money around at casinos becomes muscle memory? I want to be back in not Los Angeles. I want to go back to driving banged up Buicks and clutching enemy turf like the good old days. Experiencing those fond memories all over again was just a new game away. Whatever that means. Turns out that button would overwrite my brother's save file. I only realized the rippling effects of my actions once my brother started punching my head in. That day, I learned that consequences absolutely suck shit and I want to stay irresponsible forever. I also learned what save slots were, which has been the most valuable information of my entire life. Clearly, I haven't lived much of a life. San Andreas is synonymous with the best open world game of all time. While so many GTA clones emerged, they had to stop calling them that. The entire world looks back on San Andreas as the undisputed king of the sandbox. I'm still holding on to fond memories playing this game as a kid, but that may be because my brother punched out all the bad ones. It's San Andreas, so it was inevitable that I would one day want to go back to fake Cali, vibe out to old school hip hop radio, and immerse myself in CJ's iconic West Coast gang odyssey, just like the good old days. Despite never finishing San Andreas, the good times live comfortably in the back of my mind. So comfortably that replaying it today creates just as much fear as it does excitement. What if the crown jewel of open world crime games is no longer fun to my adult brain? What if the story is an outdated cringe fest? What if it's a better memory than it is a game? The memories. Shockwaves of nostalgia immediately blast their way into my way too young to feel this old brain from moment one. What better way to prepare for GTA 6? And its inevitable delay. San Andreas is a tone setter. A laid-back hip-hop soundscape punctuating each button press. The hazy glow of the distant sun bathes every street corner in vibrant fades of orange. What other game lets you go to fake Los Angeles? Okay, a lot of them. Nostalgia transformed this game into the ultimate childhood simulator. Spending time with CJ's family, whether that's a blood relative or a gang relative, becomes the quintessential component of the storyline. Dialogue between each member feels just as lived in as the environment. And this is coming from polygonal PS2 monstrosities. Each character has a distinct voice, owning every word they say. When duty calls, these personalities are the bleeding heart of Grove Street, a family we're fighting for. Rockstar allows just enough time for players to get comfortable living in the world of Los Santos, before immediately pulling them out and dumping them into the deep end of the boonies. GTA's liberating spell started to wear off once all ties to the city were severed. The misty green permeating every forest, the cold blue hues defining San Fierro, the stark dry yellows and bright neon lights signaling Las Venturas. None conjure the same feelings that Los Santos does. But color theory, but variety. Everything that makes these other cities unique is everything that makes them not San Andreas to me. Another part about growing up is realizing that the game ain't the same anymore. This isn't just about some simple rose-tinted color filters. Gone are many of the colorful characters from Grove Street. What remains is a hodgepodge of hillbillies, yakuza, and mobsters. 20 years into my life, and I thought this game was about thugonomics. These classic crime story caricatures dilute and betray the specific tale of crime I came back to San Andreas to see. Turns out that none of these new characters carry the same charisma as the family we were welcomed to at the start. There's a reason why everyone who's played San Andreas still talks about Big Smoke and Ryder fondly, despite their historic betrayal. Who cares about this CIA character? Who cares about this blind Yakuza character? I want my fake friends back. That day, I learned a valuable lesson about loyalty. It's no surprise then that 6-year-old me wanted to start the game over. Clearly, I was helping my brother out. Replaying old games is synonymous with a lobotomy. Every twist and turn inside the digital world scrambles the memories to create a dissociation between lingering feelings and present evidence. I remember loving Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now I don't know what to think. Despite the definitive edition adding definitive to the title, the copious hours of stiff shooting feels more serviceable today than exceptional yesterday. Simplified mission design that doesn't fully embrace the sandbox nature of its predecessors, it would only get more linear from here on. All done to tell a story as vast and complex as multiple states, but as shallow and wishy-washy as a kiddie pool. Yet it's the memory of how this game felt back in 2004 that kept it in the running for best game of all time. Outdated design decisions now define that entire era of my childhood. The freedom granted to the player is still impressive. Rockstar's rookie attempt at a dynamic RPG system still engages, later blossoming into the blueprint for their magnum opus, Red Dead Redemption 2. The detailed technological ambition behind cramming 3 whole cities into the PS2 still echoes out on a PS5. They don't make games like they used to, for better and for worse. Despite the countless ways this game let me down in the modern era, San Andreas' stunning vision of 90s urban gang life was so much more than I remembered. I'm still fighting with myself whether or not I'd say this game is worth playing today, but I can definitively say that I'm happy I first played it when I did. Still some of the best memories, even if it is no longer the best game.